Hi everyone, it's Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball. I'm sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Sorry for the technical difficulties this afternoon. My computer decided it needed to be updated, which is awesome because now that it's updated, everything is working and you guys can actually see me without buffering. So we're going to do this stream over because yesterday I did a stream about Anna and Jonathan Joly, or the Saccone Jolys of the Saccone Joly YouTube page, channel. This is a family that has multiple channels. In fact, Jonathan has his own channel, who's the father. Anna has her own channel, who's the mother. And then they have the Saccone Joly family for the kids. And then they have a fourth channel. Jonathan and Anna have been documenting their entire relationship. In fact, he started the channel in like 2009. Apparently, when he got together with Anna, he lured her into a relationship by telling her that he would make her famous. And since starting his channel in 2009, he has done just about everything to maintain that promise to his wife, and they have since had 4 children. They have 2 boys and 2 girls. The family has documented their births. They have documented when Anna had a miscarriage. On Anna's channel, she has talked openly about her desire, her eating disorder. She has bulimia, and she admits in multiple videos that she had children simply to stop herself from having an eating disorder. And as soon as she stopped breastfeeding, she would get pregnant again, because when she was pregnant or breastfeeding, she didn't have issues with her eating disorder. Now on her YouTube channel, which is Anna Saccone, she documents everything she eats in a day and the massive amounts of exercise she's doing, including taking daily laxative teas, which doesn't seem to be doing very well for what's going on with her eating disorder. For Jonathan's part, he has openly shared some very controversial things about himself, and Anna has said multiple times on the channel that she is concerned about Jonathan executing or doing self-harm to himself because of internet trolls or because of his own mental illnesses. They have 4 children. The latest scandal, and there have been many scandals, as I've been digging further into this family's history, in 2012, we're going to start just from the nitty-gritty here. In 2012, with the birth of their oldest daughter, Amelia, they took the dog. There is a vlog on their channel called "The Dog Peed on My Child's Head." They videotaped one of their puppies literally peeing on their infant daughter, and instead of stopping the puppy, they just laughed. That happened. There's been numerous videos of the children in bathtubs. There have been pretty much everything that the children do is documented and videotaped, and it's for your entertainment. He is consistently rough with his children and ups the antes in order to get views. I will show you one example of what he's done. This is with his oldest daughter, Amelia, and this is on a trampoline. So he was flipping her over and over and over again, slamming her into a trampoline. Trampolines are hard. They are not soft. They are not safe for an infant. He has been known to do this type of stuff consistently. He chases his children around the house when they clearly say no, they don't want to be filmed. And he does things that are really private, like when his wife had a miscarriage and she found out about it at the doctor's office, he made sure to set up the shot and to catch his wife crying as she learned that she had lost her baby. He has been criticized multiple times over the years. Numerous outlets throughout the United States have criticized this family. Unfortunately, there's large outlets in the United Kingdom where they are from. They live in Surrey, England. Sorry. They don't cover them negatively because Jonathan gives money to hospitals. He was recently named Celebrity Dad of the Year, beating out Prince William. And he also has, there's the Daily Mail, which is one of the larger tabloids that would cover this type of content. And his management and publicist also manages the Daily Mail. So therefore, the Daily Mail does not publish anything negative about them. The Sun has published at least one article about them, critical of them. However, they consistently paint the Saccones Jolys as victims of online trolls. People have been dedicated to following this family because of their issues with, for instance, Jonathan likes to joyride with the kids in the car and he doesn't have them strapped properly in their car seats. There's issues with relations to how they punish and discipline the children. In one family blog, Anna admitted that she sent the children to school with not enough food, and they requested that the children have more food because they're getting too hungry and they're not eating enough. She has changed the family's diet to gluten-free, sugar-free, carb-free, everything free. But none of the children have celiac disease, and she has an obsession with overly healthy eating, which is being extended now onto her children. And it appears that when they should be parenting, instead they're vlogging. Now, the recent video that happened on August 13th is going to be perhaps one of the most troublesome. And the reason why I'm doing this stream today is because I uploaded a part of the video onto my channel, and immediately upon uploading, they claimed my video and took away any options for monetization, even though it only included 1 minute of the total 40-minute video that I uploaded. And I only shared, I'm sorry, it was 2 minutes. I shared less than 2 minutes of a total 24-minute video by them. So, because I do not want them to profit off of my channel, and because I think it's really crappy that they would do this, and they have been trying to shut down pretty much anyone that is speaking out negatively. A Instagram blogger named Organized Mom, she tried to speak out. She actually uploaded a Instagram story sort of sparking her outrage regarding the video I'm going to talk to you about, and they threatened legal action. In fact, multiple people have been threatened by legal action for having the audacity to call this family out for what they're doing. Now, because I don't want to get a copyright claim on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a transcript from what happens in the video, and then you can draw your own conclusions. Okay? So, in the video, she is discussing how her daughter, Alicia, is having an issue at home. And she says, "So the reason I stopped filming so abruptly earlier is because Alicia did that naughty thing that she's been doing again. So I don't know if we've ever spoken about it on here. Basically, she's gotten to this habit of pooing in her nappy, and then she is taking her nappy off at nighttime and during nap time. She's not doing that anymore, but now she's taking her poo out of her nappy with her hands and putting it into the bed. So we are trying to figure out a solution right now. We have a solution at the moment, but it's," and then the phone, and then all of a sudden it cuts to her husband, Jonathan, walking in to the room, and he says, Alicia and Jonathan walk into the room, and Anna says, "Hi, did you get in trouble?" And then their younger son asks Alicia, who is 2 years old, what she did. So he says, "What did you do?" And then speaking to her son, Anna asks, "What do you think she did?" And then the camera pans back to Jonathan, who says, "No more fun for you," as he's looking down at Alicia. And Anna says, "Mm-mm." And then again, the child asks, "What happened?" And one of the kids said, "Oh, she must have taken her nappy off." And then Jonathan says, "Missy got a cold shower." And Anna said, "Yeah." And then Anna changes the subject to her daughter's headband and then fixes her daughter's headband. And then after she fixes Alicia's headband, she says, "And how did she react anyway? Was it horrible?" And Jonathan responds, "Yeah, pretty horrible." And then she puts the camera back on herself and she says, Daddy has to do the discipline bit because I can't really do it. It sounds really cruel. When I say it, I'm sure you people will say it's cruel. It's been going on for a long time. But if you wash them down with cold water and in a cold shower, it will stop them from doing it. The little girl says she had a cold shower, so Alicia makes a mention that she had a cold shower. And Anna says, yeah, you had a cold shower. Do you know why? Do you know why you had a cold shower? Alicia, who's 2 years old, is kicking at a toy and says, shakes her head no and says, no. And then another child, the older daughter, Amelia, says, it's because you were naughty. And Anna says, it's really hard when they are so cute. But don't get involved, Emilia. Washing them in cold water is apparently, it is the only thing that works. This is the second time we've had to do it. So that's basically the skinny. In that time, she says cold at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Immediately, this got outraged by people who saw this vlog. And people started speaking out and telling the family that what they were doing was not correct, was not right. And several vloggers and bloggers made comments on Instagram, and they were attacked and accused by the family of spreading malicious information about them, threatening legal action. Jonathan went on Twitter and said he will be suing people that speak out against him because trolls are out to get him. He also uploaded a story on Instagram and on YouTube where he said that it actually wasn't cold water, it was tepid water. But many people pointed out to him, you literally said cold 5 times in that video and said that the shock of the cold water is supposed to stop the child from doing the bad behavior. This isn't the first time that Jonathan has explained things away or explained bad behavior away. In 2015, he admitted he made a joke that he was putting drugs into his wife's cereal and then having non-consensual sex with her. He explained that was a joke. In 2015 or 16, he learned that his daughter Amelia's photos were being uploaded into the dark web by different rings of people for nefarious purposes, and he said, oh well, there's people out there on the internet. On August 7th, he uploaded a photo of his children with his daughter Alicia, her underwear in plain view, and you can actually see it pulled over to the side a little bit. I'm not even lying. You can go to his Instagram and you can still see this photo. Despite all of this, he doesn't care, and he said, oh well. He knows that his children have been the targets of this. He knows that these images are being used in this way, and he doesn't do anything to stop it. The children are consistently seen in bathtubs, doing in questionable places and doing questionable things. So, this family has been in the public eye for a long time, since 2009, and they're not without scrutiny, not without a lot of scrutiny. The Guardian has written an article about them. Multiple outlets in the United States have written articles about them. In fact, talking about the anteing up that Jonathan and Anna continue to do with their children in order to get views and clicks. They have 1.9 million viewers or subscribers on their channel. Anna has 1.1 million on her channel. Jonathan has over a million on his channel. They have a wide net on YouTube and are making millions of dollars off of the exploitation of their children. The children are too young to consent, and because there's no regulations in the government in the UK or in the United States protecting children from any sort of exploitation on social media by their parents, it's given that the parents will exercise caution and not put their children in harm's way when trying to use when uploading content of their videos. Now, YouTube actually changed their policies not long ago in an effort to try to help prevent the exploitation of children. And so it said in an update that they did Earlier this year, they said that content that endangers the emotional and physical well-being of minors is not allowed on YouTube. A minor is defined as a person under the legal age of maturity. If you see content that violates these policies, please report it. If you believe that a child is in danger, you should reach out to the local law enforcement agency to report the situation immediately. They also give you instructions on how to report it, and then basically what they say is don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions below. You can't post images that are explicit, content that you're not supposed to put anything that would put a child that would be deemed explicit. However, there's been some rings of individuals using YouTube. In fact, a New York Magazine expose found that they were just simply putting photos of children licking lips and talking about like jumping and being on the jungle gyms. I mean, it doesn't really have to be that serious. Harmful or dangerous acts are also against the policies. And then this one would actually be a direct violation. So this video absolutely directly violated this policy. It says, content that would cause minor participants or viewers emotional distress, such as exposing minors to mature themes, simulating parental abuse, coercing minors, or violence. Now, they removed the clip in that video, and it's gone, but the rest of the video is up. YouTube clearly didn't take this video down. They should have taken it down because it clearly violated the policies of YouTube. And it's consistently the family using, and probably the most troubling aspect of this is because it's a family blog, it has an extremely young fan base. Most of the people that are watching this channel are under the age of 20. And they're talking about using techniques that are basically considered child abuse. And anytime somebody points out their behavior and says this isn't okay, what you're doing isn't right, or is concerned for their children, they are immediately dismissed. Jonathan has an excuse, and they move on with their merry way and continue to make videos on YouTube. If you go on to Anna's YouTube page right now, she's obsessed and clearly in the midst of her eating disorder. She is uploading daily videos of her weight loss journey, what she's eating, which includes little to nothing, massive amounts of exercise, and going to bed at 8:30 at night so she doesn't have to get up doesn't have to be hungry at night, and then getting up at 5:30 to exercise. I'm only pointing this out because parents that are in the middle of these types of things, and it's like when you're dealing with these kinds of issues, it encompasses your entire life, and it makes you incapable of being completely there for your children and being able to parent your children. And again, when they're talking about what they're doing with the little girl comes out and she's clearly distressed and upset. And instead of putting down the camera, Anna keeps filming. And instead of stopping to maybe, I don't know, provide motherly love to her child who was just put into a cold shower, she asks her child if she understands what she did and listens to her other two children discuss that the child was naughty and this is for taking off their nappy and this is what the punishment that they get. Now, they've said, people in my comments have said, well, they just learned about this. That's not true, because in 2017, their daughter Amelia was playing with one of her dolls and was talking about how her doll got in trouble. And what did she do? She said the doll will get a cold shower. And they said, what happens when someone is naughty? And they said, naughty babies get cold showers. So this is clearly not something that they're using just for potty training. A child that is playing with a doll shouldn't know that a naughty child gets a cold shower. Some of the most ineffective techniques to use in any form of child discipline are anything that causes the use of physical force, or things like cold showers or scalding hot showers, or using Tabasco sauce or hot sauces on the tongues. None of these are effective, and all of these can cause emotional and mental emotional trauma for the children. Now, the final thing is that, what about the children? They can't consent. They can't even consent to any of this. What happens down the line? Well, in the United States, there's zero laws protecting children on YouTube, and there's currently no legislation in the UK that protects children because YouTube has very loose policies and clearly does not enforce them. It doesn't stop families from doing this and making their children meal tickets, which is why over the years you've seen multiple parents lose channels based on behaviors or become arrested from things they've posted about their children on YouTube. YouTube is the internet, remember, and nothing on the internet forgets. So while the family has deleted this post or this clip, it still exists online on multiple channels. Also, because there are no laws preventing children are not being paid, and because of that, child labor laws are broken. There's no laws that children can't. There are literal laws in the United States that children can only work 2.5 hours a day. They can't work 7 days in a row. They can only work. They're not even supposed to use 6 days in a row. They're still supposed to get education. Their focal point should not be work. And in this case, these children's lives are documented every day of every year, every single day of the year. They have no time off, whether or not they want to just be offline or not. Even yesterday, when they celebrated the birthday of a child, the entire child's birthday party was put into a video. Nothing is sacred, nothing is private, everything is for consumption for this family to make money, and they have made millions. And the children have never had a single moment offline. And now this baby girl has the memory of her mother talking to everyone in the world that she smears poop on the wall. You're not supposed to talk about sensitive matters and sensitive topics about your children related to this type of stuff because it can be considered exploitative. Yet they consistently do this type of stuff. If this family has tricked you to believe that they are a wholesome family, you are being lied to, you have been misled. Do not for 1 minute think that because a 23-minute is packaged into a nice bow that these children are not dealing with things behind the scene. Because if what you are seeing on screen is any indication of what's going on off screen, you have to believe it's worse. Because if this family felt it was okay to say that they give their child cold showers to millions of people, imagine what they're doing that they're not telling you about. Or the fact that he's posting videos or photos on Instagram that are suggestive and revealing of his daughter, his 2-year-old daughter. Please go to his Instagram account. It's Jonathan Joly. Jonathan Joly. I'll link it in this account when we're done. And look at the picture from August 7th and tell me that this is not inappropriate. Jonathan Joly and Anna Joly do not and should not be on YouTube. Clearly, both of them are not mentally well, and their children need to be removed. They're not safe. We need legislation. We need laws. We need things to protect children from this type of exploitation. And if you don't think it's a problem, I encourage you to go to any channel where a child is the focal point. No child should be the income or the bread for your family, period. If you are supporting these channels, remember that these are kids that are working. They are not just having fun. You have to know that every video that's uploaded is scripted, is an idea that's come up by an adult, and then hours are spent filming, editing, and then promoting. Kids go to VidCon, they do fan meet and greets, they work with brands and get brand deals, they do endorsements. Work, 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 work. They don't have a childhood because everyone knows who they are. Their most vulnerable moments are filmed for all of you to see. Imagine in 10 years what happens to these kids when they are dating and someone can find a video of, say, Alicia's boyfriend or girlfriend, finds the video and it says, "Oh, you used to smear poop on a wall." Imagine that. So, I would caution you, please share this video as widely as you can. I don't care if it gets demonetized. I don't care at all. They can threaten legal action against people, but I will not stop talking about this, and I will continue to post about them. So if you have content that you think is questionable, let's talk about it. This family should not be on YouTube, and simply removing the clip doesn't remove the memory from the millions of people that know what happened. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are below in comments. Have a great day.